the King J, back with another video, another Teach Me episode, right? We have one of the strongest Lars in the UK, right?
On, don't do that now, right?
In Tekken 7, he came up, he done his thing, he beat some names. He beat some names. I'm not going to go into who he beat, but if you look were there, you look would know what's going on. Yeah, some serious heavy hitters.
I don't know what he's talking about, he's off here, man.
But, you know, he's here in Tekken 8, you know, good friend. And I feel like he could do a lot of damage in Tekken 8. He kind of took a hiatus, but he's coming back. So, what better way to come back than to do a Teach Me episode? We have Shyko here, man. What's going on, bro?
Yo, Wagwan people, it's your boy Shykoplays. What's good? What's good?
What's going on, man? So, this character, Lars, I've never tried him out in any Tekken game, and I know that you champion this character. So, what do you think about this character in Tekken 8 so far?
So in Tekken 8, obviously, compared to his Tekken 7 stuff, he's like way better, like way better.
Okay.
Compared to his Tekken 7 stuff. In Tekken 8, I would say he's probably, I say about mid tier. I'll put him like mid tier, middle of the pack in terms of the characters. Like he's good, he's got some good stuff, but I feel like just how the game is, like meta wise, I feel like he struggles in some areas, but we can get into that later. But yeah, I'll say mid tier.
Alright, cool. So if I was trying to play Lars, well, I know he has stances, right? But we're going to get into that a little bit later on. But just talk me through what is his key moves without using the stance.
So key moves in neutral, basically.
Yeah, key moves in neutral.
So one of his key moves, I'll say is obviously down forward 1.
Yep.
Obviously 13 frames, -1.
Yep.
It's really good. Just there's no follow-ups or nothing, but kind of good just to kind of like poke and just see what your opponent can do. Very good mid poke. Another one is down back 1. Very good move. I think low key underrated at times. It's got mad range, so like it hits from like a really good range. Like it hits from really far. And then obviously it's got the follow. Obviously do down back 1 free, and then go down to transitions to one of his stances, but we'll get into that later.
Okay.
So got down back 1. Obviously back 1 is home move, save 15, useful good range. I would say as well. Another move I would say he has in neutral. I'm just trying to think. 2-1 to be fair, even though you can use it for punish, but like 2-1's quite good. Because you can kind of like just bait out what you're going to do, and then another setup we'll talk about later, which is kind of cheap, but but yeah, 2-1's another key move.
Like forward, you got orbital,
orbital, obviously good. I mean, orbital's good. I don't even use orbital as much like that really, but orbital is good, obviously good for obviously reasons. Down back 4 is like one of his key moves, very key low. Obviously high crushes, mantra, and there's also some there's actually some setups like that you can kind of do, but like frame traps, which is quite good. But we'll get into that later in the section. 4-1+2, also good. Kind of long range, counter launcher as well.
Keep up.
Decent for, I would say, it's more for like kind of closing or like, you know what I mean? I'd say. But obviously, if you just kind of throw it out, it can be steps, so you kind of got to use it. To be fair with you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it can be steps, so it's not like the most, it doesn't got too much track. But yeah. What else is there? I think that's, I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
I think that probably is it. Like in terms of key moves, just to kind of get
just
started.
in neutral, I'd say.
Oh, 1+2. Forward 1+2.
Yeah, obviously it's his launch. Yeah. So the forward 1+2 is his launch. Minus 13 is but yeah. That's like his key moves I say in neutral. So which is another key move. But I'll put those more into the launchers section, to be fair. I'm just talking about more neutral. So neutral, what you're kind of going to be doing is like 2-1, block, down forward 1, down back 1. Oh, full crouch 1+2. Oh, yeah, can't forget that. yeah, full crouch 1+2 is enough. So like in neutral, you're going to kind of see this. I mean, just kind of down 2 is actually a good move as well. A bit underrated. But yeah, this is kind of what you see Lars be doing in neutral. These types of moves. So yeah, I'll say like he's very good at poke. He's got decent pokes.
Okay, cool. So then what about like, you know, with he has stances, right? So although one of them is forward 3, yeah, just tell me how you do his stances manually.
Manually, okay.
Yeah.
So dynamic entry is pretty much the only stance you can just do straight off.
Okay.
The other stances come from either other moves or from after you've done dynamic entry. So basically, if you want to get into silent entry, so okay, let me go through them first. So, so forward 3, that's dynamic entry, and then that's silent entry when he kind of puts his hand to the ground.
Okay.
And then when he does that spinning one, that's limited entry.
Whoa, okay, we're getting there, we're getting there.
So one thing they've done in this game compared to Tekken 7 is, so in Tekken 7, you have to do certain moves to get into specific stances, basically.
Yes.
So obviously, like forward 2-1 will get him into Zen.
Yeah. What's Zen? When you say Zen?
Sorry, so silent entry. We just say it's Sen, basically.
Sen. Oh yeah, it's Zen. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, we used to go 2-1. That's what we used to do to get into silent entry.
Yeah.
Or for example, down back to forward again is Sen silent entry.
Yeah.
So that's in Tekken 7. You have to deal with those moves to get into that stance. You want to get into that stance.
Okay.
In this game, they've kind of given you transition freedom, as I call it. So you can do then go back, like, so you can kind of switch between the stances manually. And you kind of use it to confuse the and stuff like that.
Oh, so you couldn't do this in Tekken 7?
Couldn't do that in Tekken 7.
Okay.
That didn't exist in Tekken 7. The only thing in Tekken 7 you could do this, but you couldn't like do this then go back into it, basically. That's all of that is new. So those are his 3 stances. Do you want me to go through the moves in each stance, or?
So let's talk about like the moves that transition into the stance.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll go into like what moves you use in each stance. So what moves transition?
So
like, you use?
yeah. So what I use basically is one key move is down forward 2. So his down forward 2 goes into Sen. It's a 14 frame link, and also counter knockdown as well. Get that guaranteed damage as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you do that palm move?
That's from Sen.
As you press 1?
1. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes, that's from Sen. So that's a key move is down forward 1. Another one is forward 2-1. That goes into Sen. Another move. So you got back. So you got back 3 as well. Back 3 can also go into Sen. I'm just trying to think of all the transitions now. You got down forward. So down forward 3 goes into then. So hold forward.
How you got hold?
I mean hold down.
Oh, hold down. Okay, yeah. There you go.
That goes into then.
So then Sen and then what? Limited entry.
We just call it limited entry basically. So then you press down. So when you're in Sen, you press down towards limited entry.
So silent entry, keep it quiet. So you just press down. Okay. I'm getting it. I'm getting the lingo now. Okay.
Yeah, and then also you have forward 1-2 that goes into Sen as well. So you can see you've got a lot of moves that go into Sen as well. So one stance that goes directly into limit entry is actually 2-1. If you hold down, that goes into 2-1. And then also the down goes into lane as well. Oh, you got forward 1-2-3. That can go into then as well.
Okay. And that's probably for combo?
That's mainly for combo filler, I'd say.
Okay.
Back 3, down back 2. That goes into Sen. Manual. I think that's most of his transition if I remember correctly. Oh, you got down back 2 you already said. I think that's what I'm doing, if I remember correctly. If any more come up, I'll obviously mention, but those are the main moves that go into stance.
Alright, cool. So let's talk about silent entry. What are the key moves you'd use in silent entry first?
Okay, silent entry. So in silent entry, this is pretty much silent entry is arguably maybe his. I wouldn't say his best stance, but like the stance where most of his moves are pretty much safe.
Okay.
So obviously you've got Sen 1, which is -6.
Okay.
You've got Sen 1 + 2, -9.
And that's for like combos.
Yeah, kind of combos, the enders basically.
Okay.
You've got Sen 2, which is -12 now, so it's not too punishable.
Does it counter hit?
It's a counter hit launcher as well.
I keep forgetting about my body.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. Do well said it.
Yeah, but we're going to combos later.
Okay.
But yeah, so you've got that. Oh, then you've got the power push as well.
-9.
-9. But it's obviously it's a high. Okay. Yeah. So literally pretty much nearly all of his moves from them are pretty much same. He hasn't really got anything punishable from there. Yeah, so those are all of his moves from Sen. So dynamic entry, he's got dynamic entry 2, dynamic entry 1, 2.
You can't duck the second it, can you?
No, so this gels. This so yeah, the first once you get for the first you can't do this gels. That's something new from Tekken in Tekken 8. In Tekken 7 you could duck the second high. Yeah, so he's got that. He's got this. This is like one of his key big. This is like basically
Top 5.
top 5 selected for Lars. Yeah, so this is Den 3. He also has Den 4. So Den 4 you can finish into Den as well.
And then he counted from the...
Not Den 4, but Den 1. So Den 3 plus 4.
Yeah.
Stomp. Yeah. He gets guaranteed Sen 1 basically in counting.
Yeah.
So that's guaranteed.
Was that at the start of Tekken 8 or was that something new?
That's from the start.
Whoa.
That's from the start. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. If you don't remember, that was in the trailers. But yeah, that's guaranteed. And then he's got also Den 1, which is like an instant touch. Yeah, I understand. But he kind of recovers in crouch. So.
You can't even get a jab.
So
Let's just say let's just say minus that.
Yeah. So those are the moves he has from Den. Yeah. And the limit entry, he only has 2 moves.
Okay.
So he has Den 1, which is minus that limit, and then as well, which is
so it's middle low. But then these, obviously we'll talk about Heat later, but these often they change when he's in.
When in Heat, he gets some he gets enhanced, which we'll go into.
Okay, cool, wicked. Alright, cool. So let's talk about his punishment in Tekken.
Lars' punishment, I think Lars probably, I'll say he has really, really good punishment. I don't know how, out of everyone else's punishment, but I'll say it's up there. I think if I was to say, I think his punishment has to be at least top 10. I'd say.
Top 10.
I think I have to say top 10. So we'll start from order. So we've got so for his 10 frame, also you got 1, 2, which is just whatever. But you want to be using 2. This is the 10 frame.
Okay.
So as you can see, my +8 and go straight into limit entry. So you basically can get uninterruptible
mix-ups.
Uninterruptible mix-ups basically.
Yeah.
For the most part. So this hits you for the most part. But then what's also good is in limit entry, you can recover and crouch. Yeah, so you can, you know what I'm saying?
Crouch mix-up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's nice. That's actually nice.
You know what I'm saying? So you can do like crouch mix-ups as well, which is quite good. So 2-1 is like his key like punishment, really good.
You won't want to do 1, 2.
Basically, you wouldn't want to do 1, 2. You want to avoid 1, 2 pretty much as a punish.
Okay.
You want to just go for 2 all the time.
Okay.
For 12 frame, again he has forward 2, 4. That is 12 frame, not really good, strong 12 frame punish. Wall splash, yes. And then he also has forward 2, 1, so you can use this if you kind of want to just go into a mix-up. But 90% of the time, I'll probably say forward 2 is better to me.
Yeah.
Because also it's got decent moves, especially those characters that has like kind of the -12 moves that kind of have a bit of pushback.
Yeah.
It's good for. For 13, he has shoulder for 13, but again, you're better off just doing forward 2, forward 1, 2, 4. In all honesty, but he does have a 13 frame punish. I'm pretty sure they have around the same range, so I would mostly say if your opponent's -13, you really go for
2, 4.
2, 4.
Okay.
14 frame, you can actually launch from 14, so he's got forward back 2, 1 or 14 frames. So a launcher. Yeah, so he's one character that can actually obviously punishable block, so obviously make sure you only use it as a as a punish.
But even input as well, the input, you don't even This input is very hard because it's like forward, back.
Yeah, if you would have to know your opponents, like you have to be kind of ready for it a lot of times. It's not like it's not kind of like brain. But yeah, but very very good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then 15.
15, he's got Art Blast, the classic. Yeah, launches from. Yeah, which is good. And then he's also got back 450, but I wouldn't use it as a punch.
I don't know if that hits, it doesn't.
On counter hit, it's ridiculous damage. It's very good for that counter hits, but other than that, I wouldn't use it. He's obviously got back 1 as well. 15, but then if you can launch. And then he's got up forward 3 for 16.
Okay.
So like stagger lows and stuff like that. He can do that. But to be honest with you, if it's a stagger low, he's got last on 3, which is I-20. But stagger low, this does ridiculous damage. Like something crazy. Yeah. If I get to the wall, it's like 9 damage. Yeah, so 16, and then 17. This is really good for like punishing Paul's Deathfist, for example. He's got like very long range. This consistently punishes Deathfist, like, consistently from pretty much every range.
Like that. Yeah. He actually fought for 2 and.
I think he actually fought is 16, so
okay.
So you can't punish that. But like Deathfist and like other long range moves, this is really good, really good long range with punish or like anything that's like 17 or so. I think that's pretty much it for his punishment, I'd say.
Okay.
But he's got good punishment for pretty much nearly all frames, I'd say.
What about when it comes to while standing punishment?
Cool. So while standing punishment, obviously there's standard while standing 4. He has while standing 2. This is key. So he's got while standing 2. So he's got two follows from it. So he's got while standing 2-1, which in all honesty, most Lars players don't even use this anymore. Because back in Tekken 7 it used to be a counter hit launcher, the second hit. Okay. It's not a counter hit launcher no more.
What does it do in this game?
I think it just knocks down, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it just knocks down. Where obviously it used to counter hit launcher.
I'm not gonna lie, that is a big nah.
Yeah, so a lot of Lars players don't use it, but they used what they gave him new, which is while standing 2-3. Okay. Which obviously you can go into limit entry. Or while standing 2-4 that puts him into 7. So he's while standing 2 is like the main while standing punish would use for the most part. He's got like a few options he can do. He's got while standing 1 for launch at I-15. And then again
okay, so he doesn't really have anything for 14 or nothing like that, really.
He's got literally 13 and then goes straight to 15, pretty much. Like his while standing punishment's okay, it's not crazy. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, cool, that's interesting. So we know about the punishments, we know about the key moves, we know about key moves that go into starts. Let's talk about the heat engagers for Lars, like the ones you use, and then we'll talk about his heat stuff, like what he put in.
So one thing, I'm gonna downplay a little bit. One thing, that's annoying with Lars. He only has one heat engager that's not from stance, and I think it's trash.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think it's trash.
So all of these other stuff.
Every single other heat engager is from stance. He only has one, which is 3+1.
Wow.
But bro, like do a jab and then look how you can just step this. It's got no trash. It's just trash. It's just no one uses this. It's just trash.
That is.
On a rare occasion, you might use this as like a whip punch, but it's just trash. I just think it's trash. It's just trash. This is the only heat engager he has in neutral. Every other single one is from stance.
That's whack. Okay.
So I'm down. That's a little downplay. But anyway, I'm just saying.
Cool.
Cool. So for heat engagers, so he has 7. Yeah. Which is heat engager. He also has then restarts.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then he has then 1-2. as a heat engager. Then Freeze as a heat engager.
G-Cliff?
G-Cliff's another one he has in obviously in neutral as well.
Okay.
I tell him that he's got obviously count the G-Cliff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't just throw it out. It's not natural from the start.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, G-Clef, and then am I missing another one?
But these are the ones that you would use.
Yeah, so the ones I mainly use is obviously.
Oh, and that as well. Did you speak about that?
Yeah, definitely. I said that as well. So yeah, so you've got Sen 1 plus 2, Sen 1 plus 2 if I use those. 3 plus 4. And then
that's cool. We
those are pretty much his heat engages, yeah.
Okay, so then like when he's in heat, what new stuff does he get?
So he gets. So there's 3 things he gets in heat.
Talk to me. Let me know.
So there's 2 things he gets. So the first 2 are from his limit entry stance.
Okay.
So if you go to limit entry, that now his limit entry 2 now becomes an instant launcher.
Okay.
So normally it just kind of hits your way, so not down.
Okay.
In heat, it gets a combo.
Oh, so you get out.
Now you can get a combo. Now if you reset quickly for me, yeah. So then the low now also.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So now it's like you get like this reset. The next thing he gets in heat is he gets this like armored dash.
How do you do that?
So that's forward 3 plus 4.
Okay.
Yeah, that's forward 3 plus 4. So you go into heat and then also that puts it into obviously do stuff and use plus 5. Very, very good move. But it takes a lot of heat. It takes a good chunk of your heat. So you can probably use it like twice. If you manually heat and you're really hungry,
yeah, that is kind of so it just puts you into silent entry. So you can't go into no other stuff. It's only silent entry when you do 4 plus 4. You can't.
Yeah, you can manually go into length.
Yeah.
To be fair, so you can do and then do a follow up. But like for example, so like if you do that, look at my heat. Just look at my heat. Done. He's done. He's finished.
Yeah, I don't think it should do that much though. I think it's way too much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's obviously manually. If I do like a heat engager, so let me hit you with a heat engager.
You know what's crazy about this? What I'm seeing now, is he kind of like.
And then I can do it from there. So it's a good move, but it takes a chunk of your heat.
And you know what else is crazy about what you said earlier about he doesn't have a reversal, is the fact that move, I can't grab it. Can I grab him when he does 4 3 plus 4?
You can, it's
just armor.
Yeah. So you technically can. So if you do heat burst, so I think let me heat burst and then try grab it, and then I can grab it. You see what I'm saying?
That's unbreakable.
Yeah, so it's not crazy. I mean, it's good. I'm not gonna say it's obviously a very good move, but like it's not like flipping outrageous.
It takes a lot of heat. I'm not gonna lie.
It takes a lot of heat. That's what I've been telling people. Like people think I downplay when I talk about it. It takes bare heat. Like it takes bare heat.
Just seeing this now, I'm like, yo, that's a lot of heat. And it doesn't need to say that much. Alright, cool. So I think that is about like. He only has 1 heat smash, right? Which is
just the 1 heat smash, which is another thing I'm downplaying again. The heat smash is just so slow. It's like I-18. I-18 is so slow for a heat smash, and like, he gets a mix afterwards. Yeah, man.
But you have back 1 and stuff like that, no? You got like fast moves. You got fast moves anyway. This character has fast moves.
Like he's good at poke. Yeah, obviously like his poking is really good, but again, the problem with Tekken 8, this is the problem where I feel like he's just mid tier, is because Tekken 8 is an aggressive game. Like it's not so much about pokes, it's about like pressuring your opponent down with plus and doing all sorts of madness. Like, bro, like a lot of Lars' stuff, he's good at poking, but like he hasn't got anything that's just like he's just straight up. Like for example, like Feng was it back 3 with his knee, just like +6. But he's just +6 just in neutral.
They should give him another.
Yeah, by the way, sorry, I need to talk about this trash ass power crush. This is like one of the, I don't care what anyone says, it's one of the worst power crushes in the game.
50 frames. 25 frames.
25 frames, bro, is crap. And then on knockdown, you just get quote unquote guaranteed stuff. It's not even guaranteed.
This should be -9. In my opinion, I don't think it should be -12. It's so slow.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the worst power crushes in the game, bro. I'm telling you. Even if they made this as Heat Engage, I'd rather have been a Heat Engage.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
They should make that a Heat Engager in season 2.
If they made this as a Heat Engager and still made it by the 12th, that would make sense. Yeah. That's actually
instead of this nonsense move. This move is trash, bro. No, move is dog.
Now,
the move is dog. The move is dog.
You know what? Yeah. After hearing all this makes sense to why I feel like maybe Lars is mid or even lower mid in my opinion.
He's mid. Like
he just doesn't have.
Yeah, and then like just think about what other characters have. Like they're just in your face +5, +4, +6 for free. For him to get +4, he has to go into stance. He has to go into stance. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even trying to downplay it. It's a good move, but like you can use it neutral, but you can't use it neutral. Do you know what I mean? Slow. Like there's so many times in situations where like I've had like a knockdown. So that's what I can say. Like Lars on a knockdown is when you get momentum. I've had times where I knock that corner down. I try to use Den 3 to get pressure. I get jabbed out or something or power crushed. So do you see what I'm saying?
I hear it.
So yeah, that's why I feel like Lars is obviously mid in this game. He's got really good poking, but yeah, he hasn't got that like thing just to make him, you know, like scary like that. Unless you got momentum. It's only when you're in the blender
that
is when you like he's scary. But then once you're out of the blender, once he's -9 and you take a turn back.
There's nothing going on.
And then obviously another thing as well, because he has no parry whatsoever. He has to hold everyone's mix. He has to hard read and guess, pretty much, when everyone's doing crazy stuff.
You don't really have to go.
Yeah, like people was obviously complaining about this, which is it's alright, but they nerfed it a bit, so it's not as upward free. And he's got the follow up, so he's got the grab, 1+2, and then he's got. So yeah, but it's good, but it's not like, you know what I mean, like it shouldn't be replaced as a parry for a PO. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like in this game he needs some sort of parry or something like that to kind of get out people's pressure.
Okay. So we're coming up to season 2. Is it like, what do you think about like, what would you change about in the season 2? Because I know you just gave a few changes. Is there anything else you would change for him in season 2?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, this power crush has to do something. I don't know, but either give him a new one or if you make this a Heat, I wouldn't even be too mad, to be honest with you. Again, I think he needs some sort of parry or something for him to get out of pressure. Like really, the only thing no one uses his move. That's why I didn't even talk about it. But he's got down back 1+2, which is somewhat of an evasive move. And you get then 1+2 guaranteed on counter, which is sounds cool. So that's guaranteed. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like insane, bro. So I feel like he needs some sort of like parry or something like that. I feel like in season 2, give him like he needs like something that's just like in neutral, that's just that you can kind of use. Like even if they made this like +3 or something, just something light. So not really like crazy, just so he can kind of keep pressure. In my personal opinion, just so he can keep up with how the meta of the game is. I'd say. And then yeah, obviously the other stuff obviously mentioned as well. So that's why I feel like he needs a season 2. He definitely needs some sort of defensive mechanic.
100%.
That's like the main thing I think he needs. I'd say. 100%. So if I was to kick 2 things, better power crush and some sort of defensive mechanic is what I'll put in season 2.
Well, thank you very much, Shyko man, for coming on board. Like I haven't done a teach me in person. I think this might be the first one that I've done in person. Everyone else has been like online and stuff like that, so this one's a great one to do, and especially like, you know, Lars is a character that is very interesting. I've always wanted to know like how to actually play him and stuff like that, and understand what his stances are and stuff, and you kind of broke it down in the best way for me to understand, and kind of like just even playing in ranked or even playing casually. So I appreciate you for taking your time out, man. So if there's people out there that's watching this, like where can they find you on socials? 'Cause I know you do content, I know you stream.
Yeah.
Where can they find you? Twitch, YouTube, Twitter?
So basically, you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Those 3. All of my handles will be Shykoplays, so SHYKO and then plays. You can find me there and stuff like that. And yeah, obviously I've got like some Lars stuff on my YouTube channel and stuff if you kind of want more details and stuff like that as well.
Got TikTok as well?
Yeah, sorry, I do have TikTok. See what I'm saying? He's telling me what I also got TikTok as well, again at Shykoplays as well. So yeah, you lot can all follow me on there. And yeah, man.
Alright, thanks for that, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
No worries, man. No
Yeah,
worries. No
man,
worries. No
we'll
worries.
go to the next Teach Me episode. If you lot like this, leave a comment. Let me know what you lot think about this video. And yeah, look out for more Teach Me episodes. Peace.